Good morning, guys. It is Sunday, April the 19th, and this is your favorite Canuck, Sean, straight from Toronto. Once again, I'm headed to hockey for our normal Sunday hockey game, but I figure I might as well make a quick video, give you an update of what's going on. As you know, our friend Donald J. Trump had announced a ceasefire. He claimed and he stated that Iran has agreed to reopen the Hormuz, and apparently the relationship is very good, and his army, the American military with Iran's military are going to hold hands and take out the uranium and hand it to the Americans. And I said to my wife and I said to my family that this is just completely false. In fact, Galibaf and Basar actually both came out and said that Trump stated 7 facts and he lied about all 7 of them. There is no the Hormuz is first of all not open. Ships are being turned back. In fact, just an hour ago when I checked Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it, the Hormuz is still closed and they're redirecting ships to go back to port. Let me just be clear with you guys when it comes to Iran. Well, right now Iran has the upper hand. They control the Hormuz and the economy is in their hands. Trump has absolutely nothing. As he would say in his famous words, he does not have the cards. It is very hard to believe any words that come out of this clown's mouth. The whole administration is, the entire administration is full of clowns. So as far as the Iran update goes, like I said, the situation hasn't changed. The war, although there's a ceasefire right now, it seems like the Hormuz is closed. The gas prices seem to be going back up again. In fact, we had a notice here that the gas prices will go up by 10 cents tomorrow. The other thing is, I've been doing a lot of research and reading, and it seems like that this has become a normal routine for Trump, where he announces ceasefires and manipulates the market. And I think that this is definitely insider trading. An inside source said that somebody had put down money or some funds on futures, and they came out big after the announcement. So Trump has been doing that. He's been manipulating the market. So once again, I advise you, don't listen to anything he says. The ceasefire ceases to exist. And like I said, the Hormuz is still closed. It is still under the control of the Iranians. And there was a message that was recorded and played to some of the captains of the ships saying that turn around, that the strait will only be opened with the permission of Ayatollah Mustafa Khamenei. All right, so that's one update. The second update is when it pertains to Gaza. As you know, the war in Iran and Lebanon has overshadowed what's happening in Gaza. The situation there has not changed, guys. Please do not remain silent. Numbers came out today, and 35,000 children have died, guys. They are still suffering from starvation. They're still being occupied. Israeli occupiers are actually going into West Bank and burning houses. They are still killing a lot of innocent children. In fact, next week when I drop you content, I will play some videos for you that are direct testimonies of doctors that are in Gaza currently or have just returned from Gaza. 35,000 children, and statistics also show that Gaza, or rather Palestine, has the highest number of children amputee, and that is because of Israel and what they are doing over there, the genocide that they're committing. The next thing is Lebanon as well too. If you don't know, Lebanon has approximately 1 million displaced citizens who have nowhere to go. Netanyahu is repeating what he did with Gaza, but in Lebanon, and it's all about the Greater Israel Project. And I assure you, next week when I drop you content, we will talk about the Greater Israel Project, right? The other thing is Trump has gone completely nuts. He posted 47 times in an hour, from weird songs to delusional posts, and he's threatened to bomb Iran on Tuesday, and he's threatened to bomb all the bridges, all the power plants. Again, it's a war crime. Just saying things like that is a war crime. So he's announced that, and he said that he's going to annihilate Iran once again. But again, it is very hard to believe anything that comes out of his mouth. It seems like everybody, there's a call from Congress to impeach him, to invoke the 25th, because he truly isn't in his right mind. His speeches have become even more diluted. He says things that are just basically don't make sense. And the last update I have for you is, as you guys know, I'm Canadian. I'm very proud to be a Canadian from Ontario. I am very, very happy and proud that I voted for Prime Minister Carney. His speech on the defense, system in Canada. Really impressed me. No more 71 cents to a dollar to the United States. He's building the military, and if you don't know, the polls, the Gallup polls. I'm sorry, actually, it wasn't the Gallup polls, but the world polls, which I will show you in one of my videos. He's the second most inflation man in the world right now, which is awesome. And for you, patriots like me, Canada is number 2 when it comes to the most liked countries in Canada, and we will discuss that in future videos. So 4 quick updates for you guys on this beautiful Sunday. One, that the ceasefire ceases to exist. The Hormuz is still closed. Trump is a lying clown. Don't take his word seriously. There are calls for impeachment from Congress. Gaza is still suffering, so don't be silent. Write letters to your MPs. Make sure you tell everybody what is going on. The children are still dying. Women are taking the brunt of the abuse there. They are basically also abusing hostages and prisoners. Lebanon has 1 million displaced citizens, that have nowhere to go. And last but not least, Canada is on the right track. I'm proud that I voted Liberals, and I will continue to vote Liberals. They also have a majority now, which makes me even more happier. And as I mentioned to you, Mark Carney is the second most influential man in the world, and Canada is number 1 when it comes to the most liked countries in the world. So that's your update for you. I assure you that I will be a bit more consistent. I'm sorry. Like I said, I've been battling my own demons. It's been very tough for me the last week. I'll be honest with you guys, been really tough, but it's getting better. I'm hanging in there. I know things will get better, and I assure you I'll be more consistent with dropping updates and with videos, and I want to come to you with the receipts. So I ask you humbly, please don't forget to share, like, subscribe. I will be starting a new Facebook page that's coming very, very soon. And if you stay till the end, please drop a comment. Tell me what I can do better, what you'd like to see. I'm currently sitting at 1,632 subscribers. Let's try to get to 2,000 and work our way up there. Again, I really appreciate all of you guys, especially the consistent viewers. And I saw the stats, 90% of people that view my content have not subscribed. So please do subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. And again, I appreciate all of you guys. I love you. Happy Sunday. I'm off to play hockey, and I'll see you in the next video.